I'm going to solder up one of these new Crossfire Nano Pro receivers. I'm just going to do the little 4-pin headers on it so I can get ground and voltage to it and transmit and receive. I need to solder up 2 more connections to it before I actually use it for telemetry, but right now I'm not going to be doing the telemetry, just getting it running. A few of us are interested to learn what version of the firmware is on it when it's shipped. This is going to be really hard to see, but I'm going to do my best. This right here, if I can get my pointer in there, this right here is the ground lug or hole. And you see these 2 components right here? They're kind of surface mount components. I got a little solder bridge from that over to that first component. Can you see it going across right there? I don't know if they're that close on some of these other transmitter receivers. I'll have to see. I'm going to have to take a solder sucker and suck that solder back off of there and redo that connection. So I'm interested to see if there are components that close on some of the older receivers. Well, rats, I think I destroyed that receiver. Let's see if I can get this to focus any better. Because I think what's going on now is, you see there's 2 components there, but that one is rotated. It's going towards that pin, whereas it should be going in this direction. I think I went in from that side of that pin and got that too hot and it rotated. So I bet you this is no longer any good. Well, I'd love to. I'm going to see if I can find some of the others ones around here and see if that is others have components that close. So I think I messed that one up. Well, I tried to get it rotated around and sorted back to those 2 pads. There it is on the solder mat. May try it one more time, but I feel 99% sure this receiver is now no good. I should have gone in on the other side with the soldering iron instead of the side I did. I think that was my big mistake. Well, here's the second of the 2 I bought. And you can see right up there at the top, it looks like 2 surface mounted resistors. And then the square hole designates ground. So I'm going to try it on this second receiver. And I'm going to go in from the outboard side this time. I just did not see them there. Yep, it was that simple of a fix. Those components, there's nothing really wrong with them. And what I did is I came in with the soldering iron from this side and came in from this side with the solder, and that kept my soldering iron well away from those 2 surface mounted components right there. Plus I used a lot less solder. Wow. So I did have 2 of these receivers. And now I have 1. I actually took the surface mounted component and the other receiver and threw it in the trash already. That breaks my heart. Oh well. Hopefully that's a heads up to you guys. Watch those 2 little components right there. Boy. Okay, let's power this bad boy up and see what happens. Well, there it is in the Nano Talon. Just 3 wires going to it. Ground voltage, and I'm going to use S-bus. It's just a little standard RC connector, and it comes up like that, ready to bind. So I'm going to go over to the transmitter and tell the transmitter to bind with it. So in the radio, I'm just going to go into Crossfire config on the transmitter and tell it to bind. It says binding.
RF signal low.
Binding okay. Let me look at the receiver. Yep, it's bound. So then I would have to go into the Nano RX TEL. Interesting. Power 25 milliwatts. Make it 12 channel. Telemetry on. And let's do the mid range. Well, no, let's go back down to minimum. I don't have any wires hooked up yet. Fail-safe mode, cut. Yep, that's what I want. Okay, that's all good. We'll get rid of this. Make this channel 2. And change this to S-Bus. We can leave that one alone for now. Okay. Oh, it's firmware version 6.14. So now I'm back completely out. And I have to set this down and take the radio over towards the Nano Talon to show S-Bus is working, and I could fly with that transmitter the way it is in the Nano Talon. So that got us a little further down the line on these. Now I have to do the telemetry. I'm going to have to think about that one for a while, because it'll be a new model build. All right, guys. Thanks.